woman. But who killed her, and how many more skeletons, for now, lie buried at Pleasley Vale Mills?
Anything moves, can't move anything, there's nothing up here. Shit.
After just a brief time on the mill's roof, Derek has been drawn to the energy of a female who appears to have once been pushed from the building's summit, although we aren't yet able to establish exactly who was responsible for her ending her life so abruptly. We move down to the building's 4th floor, and one room in particular. At first sight, an innocuous empty space, but allegedly full of supernatural activity.
Okay, Karen.
I mean, this room doesn't look so bad as it smells heavily of plaster.
Yeah.
But it looks good, doesn't it?
It does look good, but it's not good.
Why?
Because as we just entered here now into this atmosphere, Sam just said, give me the name, or a name. I've got a first name, then I seem to got a surname.
Yeah.
He said, Henry Cater. And he walks up and down, and I wouldn't be at all surprised whether the sound would be as strong as this. And at speed as well. For, someone walking across this floor. And also, I feel there's an amount of sounds and audibles, all I feel down to this particular man.
What was his connection to this place?
Okay. What was he, Sam? Although it wasn't called that in his day, he was in supervision. That's a supervisor of some description. To do with the, what's it again? It's to do with the mill.
Right.
The mill.
What year was he here, Henry Cater?
Can you give me that, please? Go on. He's just put 1878. Henry Cater was here 1878.
Right.
Is it 1878? He keeps on giving me that. And I feel he would not think kindly. As our team were here now, I feel he could be troublesome. In actual fact, this man, thank you, Sam, this man, Henry Cater, he just doesn't stay in this area. He goes outside, and he's shown himself there. He's shown himself there? Yes.
Where? Out on the ground level?
On the ground level. He's got a connection here, but he also leaves this area and goes outside.
Okay.
And I feel it's there that he's shown himself. He's shown himself. It's like as if he stands and he looks, and someone will see him. And it's like as if the person could go up to him and look at the spirit man and think he's physical and speak to him. And he listens. And then off he goes, it fades.
We were all a little worried by Derek's visualisation of this troublesome male character, although his feeling of a wandering spirit could relate to the regular apparition of a man seen outside in the yard. Often approached by delivery drivers, he ignores their conversation and literally vanishes into thin air. So far, the mill had only offered us unhappy souls, but we were all hopeful that this sensation would lighten as we moved downstairs.
See, every corridor looks exactly the same to me.
Yes. Yeah.
I just know we're all going to get lost.
Does anyone feel what I'm feeling here now at the moment since we've entered this atmosphere? It's like an instant feeling of depression. And I certainly don't suffer with depressions. And yet, I feel that's been transported into this ether. Maybe it's stayed here for a long time. Maybe it's within the fabric of the brickwork. I don't know, but I just feel as if, and whilst we're here, I feel as if I'm getting two separate spirit energies. But I feel one is a male and one is a female. And I feel there's reason for them. to come in this direction, and I do feel very strongly as if I want to go outside with them also, with these two. But I feel the woman more so than the man is glad that we are here to get something cleared up.
Okay.
Cleared up. She's roaming round not happy with the lies or the association with how they lost their lives.
Okay. I heard as if somebody was walking up there.
You heard footsteps? Or?
No, like movement, like...
That wasn't my foot at all.
No. Yeah. That was weird. It was, you know, like if someone was behind you but further up and there was movement. And I know it's very echoey, but to me it just, I can't even describe it. It was just, not a shuffle, but it was just as if someone was, I can't describe it. It was,
somebody was moving?
Someone was moving. Something was there.
Did anybody else hear anything?
No, I didn't hear anything, but I know a couple of witnesses have said that they've heard that's exactly the same thing. It's quite a common incident. Different people have felt the presence of someone, but they don't see anything. They just feel that.
I was certain that I had heard movement around the corner. With all of the crew stood still at this point, the sound of something moving on the concrete floor was audible. Despite this interruption, Derek was still keen to follow the spirits of the two restless souls that he had just sensed. With our cameras switched to night vision, we head outside in the hope of discovering more about this man and woman.
Okay, Derek, are you
Yes.
pointed in any specific area when we come outside?
Yes,
Here?
just as we're entering now into this area, I just feel an absolute negative frustration that's just coming all around me. And this I'm picking up as we come closer now, as we come up here to this point, and I look out into the water and drawn into that area of water there. And I've got this, the only way I can describe it, I've got this such a sorrowful soul in a lady, a young woman, and also seemingly submerged again, because twice I felt submerged a moment ago. So that links with a male as well. So out there, Ivy, both a female, I feel, a young lady and a man found themselves, their physical body, being submerged in this water. Now, I feel that the lady whose energies is wanting to draw us out even more so than the man, they're not connected like husband and wife or girlfriend, boyfriend, or even brother and sister. I don't even feel that they're from exactly the same time.
But this is the couple that you were talking about, but they're not connected, they just had the same fate.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And I can very clearly, because Sam's backing it up all the way. He said, the cover-up was this, in its own right, is that maybe, is it the authorities, Sam? The authorities are accepted that these the two losses of both their lives were not due to anything other than suicide. So I feel these so-called suicides of both the female and the male is not so. Their lives were taken from them. They were murdered. They were murdered.
Right.
And there was one, I feel, big cover-up. So basically, these two souls are not at rest.
One of the strangest incidents that is regularly witnessed at Pleasley Vale involves a dog called Joe, who belongs to one of the building's tenants. Whenever the dog enters mill number 1, he manically barks, then chases some form of presence all the way up to the 4th floor. Keen to explore this area of the mill, guest psychic David Wells decides to lead Joe up to the scene of the dog's frenzied behaviour. Kieran, Tom and myself follow them for the first vigil of the night. But how would the dog react on this occasion?
What do you feel in here?
Feels very heavy. I can't sense a male. If I just show you, he's quite agitated, and he's almost doing this. He's doing this, but it's very short.